What if I told you that one voice, one song, and one artist just accomplished something so extraordinary that an entire continent stood up to celebrate him? Not with one award, not with two, but with three of the biggest international honors in a single night. And the most incredible part? This didn't happen in Korea. It didn't happen in Japan. It didn't even happen in the United States. It happened in Brazil, a country famous for its passionate music lovers, where audiences embrace artists only when they genuinely move their hearts. And somehow, Jin did exactly that. Today, we're talking about a moment that proves something many fans have believed for years. Jin isn't simply succeeding as a solo artist anymore. He's becoming a global phenomenon in his own right. So, how did one emotional ballad travel across languages, across cultures, and across continents to win over millions of people? Let's find out. For many years, Jin has been known as one of the most recognizable voices in BTS. His warm personality, gentle humor, breathtaking visuals, and unmistakable vocals earned him fans all over the world. But becoming a successful solo artist after belonging to one of the biggest groups in music history is never guaranteed. In fact, it's one of the hardest transitions any artist can make. When you're part of a legendary group, people naturally associate your success with the team. The real challenge begins when your own name appears on the poster. Your own song is released. Your own voice has to carry the entire story. Many talented artists struggle with that challenge. Some spend years searching for an identity that audiences can connect with. Others never quite escape the shadow of the group they came from. But over the past few years, Jin has been quietly writing an entirely different story. Not through loud headlines, not through controversy, not through endless promotion, but through music that keeps finding people. And now, that journey has reached another unforgettable milestone. At the SEC Awards 2026 in Brazil, Jin achieved something truly remarkable. He didn't simply attend. He didn't simply receive recognition. He conquered the night. He won Asian Artist of the Year, then came International Male Artist of the Year. And finally, his emotional masterpiece, Don't Say You Love Me, received International Music of the Year. 3 victories, 3 moments of celebration, 3 reminders that his music has reached far beyond Korea. Now here's why this matters so much. The SEC Awards aren't limited to K-pop. They celebrate entertainment across television, film, and music throughout Latin America. That means Jin wasn't being compared only with Korean artists. He was competing in an international environment filled with musicians from different countries, different languages, and completely different musical styles. Yet despite all that diversity, his name rose to the very top. That alone speaks volumes. Because music markets around the world are incredibly competitive today. Every week brings new artists, new trends, new viral songs. Millions of tracks fight for attention every single day. Standing out is already difficult. Remaining unforgettable is even harder. Yet somehow, Jin continues doing exactly that. And much of that success revolves around one song, Don't Say You Love Me. At first glance, it may seem like a quiet ballad. There's no explosive choreography, no overwhelming production, no flashy tricks demanding your attention. Instead, the song asks listeners to do something much more difficult. It asks them to feel. From the very first note, Jin's voice carries a kind of vulnerability that can't be manufactured. There's sadness, acceptance, longing, hope, heartbreak. Every emotion blends together so naturally that even listeners who don't understand Korean often describe feeling emotionally connected before ever reading the lyrics. That's an extraordinary ability. There are technically gifted singers, there are powerful singers, there are popular singers, but artists who can make people cry across language barriers, those artists are rare. Jin has slowly become one of them. Perhaps that's why Don't Say You Love Me keeps receiving recognition wherever it goes. The awards aren't only celebrating commercial success, they're celebrating emotional impact. And in today's music industry, that may be even more valuable. What's especially fascinating is where this recognition is coming from. Brazil, a country thousands of miles away from Korea, a place with its own incredibly rich musical traditions. Brazilian audiences are famous for their passion. When they love an artist, they don't simply support them, they celebrate them with incredible energy. The fact that Jin continues earning major awards there says something important. His music isn't succeeding because people are curious about K-pop. It's succeeding because people genuinely love what they hear. That's a huge difference, because curiosity fades. Real admiration lasts. And Brazil's relationship with Jin didn't begin this year. This latest Triple Crown is actually part of a much bigger story. Last year, at the Breaktudo Awards held in São Paulo, Jin received the International Hit of the Year award. At the time, many people viewed it as another impressive achievement. But looking back now, it almost feels like the beginning of something much larger. Because the recognition never stopped. Instead, it kept growing. Soon afterward, Billboard Brazil selected Don't Say You Love Me as the Best K-Pop Male Solo Song of 2025. Think about that for a moment. Billboard Brazil covers one of the world's biggest music markets. Their recognition carries enormous weight. Out of countless solo releases, Jin's song stood above the rest. That's not simply fan enthusiasm, that's lasting impact. And the story doesn't end in Brazil. Across Latin America, another country was paying close attention. Mexico, House Radio, one of the country's well-known online pop music stations, named Jin the 2025 K-pop artist for the second consecutive year. Those 4 words are incredibly meaningful. Anyone can experience one great year, one successful comeback, one lucky moment. But repeating that success, year after year, that's where true influence reveals itself. Consistency is one of the hardest achievements in entertainment. Every year, new idols debut. Every year, trends change, algorithms change, streaming habits evolve. Public attention shifts almost overnight. Maintaining relevance through all of that is incredibly difficult. Yet Jin keeps doing exactly that. Even more impressively, Don't Say You Love Me also earned recognition in House Radio's K-pop song category. Again, different country, different audience, different voting community, same result. Recognition. When awards begin arriving from multiple nations independently, they're no longer isolated victories. They're evidence of something much larger, a global movement. What's beautiful about Jin's journey is that it doesn't feel rushed. Some artists explode overnight, then disappear just as quickly. Jin's career feels different. Each accomplishment builds naturally upon the previous one. Each award becomes another brick in an ever-growing foundation. Every performance introduces him to new listeners. Every emotional song creates another lifelong fan. Every sincere interaction strengthens the bond with people who already believe in him. Nothing feels forced. Nothing feels artificial. Everything feels earned. And perhaps that's exactly why fans are so deeply invested in his success. They've watched this journey unfold step by step. They've seen him dedicate himself to improving as a vocalist. They've watched him challenge himself artistically. They've celebrated every milestone alongside him. So when awards like these arrive, they don't simply feel like trophies. They feel like recognition for years of hard work. Recognition for patience. Recognition for persistence. Recognition for an artist who never stopped believing in the power of honest music. Another remarkable aspect of Jin's success is how universal his music has become. You don't need to speak Korean. You don't need to know BTS. You don't even need to follow K-pop. Emotion has its own language, and Jin speaks it fluently. That's why listeners from completely different backgrounds continue finding comfort in his songs. Some discover him through streaming playlists, others through award shows, others through recommendations from friends, and before they know it, they're searching for more. That's the quiet magic of genuine artistry. It doesn't demand attention, it earns it. In many ways, these awards represent something much bigger than individual achievements. They symbolize the continuing globalization of music itself. Years ago, people often believed language would always be a barrier, that songs needed familiar words to become worldwide hits. Artists like Jin continue proving otherwise. When music is sincere, when emotion is authentic, when the performance comes straight from the heart, people understand, not because they translate every sentence, but because they feel every emotion. And perhaps that's the greatest compliment any artist can receive. To move someone without needing the same language, to comfort someone you've never met, to make someone on the opposite side of the world feel less alone. That's far more powerful than any chart position. Looking at everything Jin has accomplished recently, it's difficult not to notice a pattern. Major awards, international recognition, critical praise, growing fan support, consistent success across multiple countries. Each achievement reinforces the next. Each victory expands his reach even further. And perhaps the most exciting part, it doesn't feel like the final chapter. It feels like the beginning of an even greater era. Because artists who build careers through sincerity tend to have remarkable longevity. Trends come and go, virality fades, but emotional connection, that lasts. The Triple Crown at Brazil's SEC Awards is more than another headline. It's another reminder that somewhere in Brazil, someone pressed play on a Korean song, connected with the emotions inside it, shared it with someone else, and together, millions of people helped carry that music all the way to 3 prestigious international awards. That's beautiful, that's inspiring, and above all, that's the incredible power of music. So now we want to hear from you. Which achievement impressed you the most? The incredible Triple Crown at the SEC Awards? The worldwide success of Don't Say You Love Me? Or the fact that Jin continues receiving major recognition from country after country, proving that his solo career is reaching extraordinary new heights? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy following Jin's incredible journey as he continues touching hearts all around the world, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because if the past year has taught us anything, it's that every time people think Jin has reached another peak, he somehow finds a way to climb even higher. And judging by everything we've seen so far, the world may have only witnessed the beginning of his remarkable solo legacy.